So this was the most interesting article on it that I found. And this is what I used for the thumbnail. So let's make this large so everybody can read it. New murder case for our county. Edward Dillon dies after fight with Doc Gardner. Battle occurred at Gypsy Camp in New Garden last Thursday, and victim lived until yesterday, assailant a fugitive. So he didn't die until after a couple of days, at least. This morning, coroner C.J. Troutman went to New Garden to attend an inquest over the body of Edward Dillon, who died there yesterday. Dillon is supposed to have been killed by Doc Gardner, an alleged horse doctor. Deputy Coroner Louis A. Lipp is investigating the case. Very interesting thing in this article. Everything that I found on Edward Dillon had his death date as either April 2nd, March 31st, or there were a few that had a different April date. I can't remember what it was. But there were a bunch of these like Webchester County Index records that I saw that I want to say it was April 7th. But according to this article, which came out April 2nd, who died there yesterday, would meaning that he died April 1st. But if we're looking at actual death records and things like that, then, that's probably what we should really base it on, not what a newspaper says. But at the same time, I don't know if that's him. Yeah, okay, this is him. But at the same time, we have this stone of his that has that date. So, this is all the fun stuff about when you're getting into the genealogical proof standard of every little contradiction that you find, needing to figure out, okay, well, what's the most likely thing that's correct? What's going on that's causing the differences? And, could it be a whole different person or something like that? So there's a lot of articles about this. And I guess actually, let's just get back to reading this one. All right. Dillon was a horse trader, about 40 years old, and well known in the neighborhood of Avondale and Tufkenham. I don't know. Tufkenham? I don't know. Last Thursday, he visited the gypsy camp kept by Gardner and another man, and they're engaged in a horse trade in which he was worsted. Attempting to take it out on the other man, Dillon, it is alleged, became engaged in a fight, but which man struck the first blow is not yet known. Dillon had gone to the camp in company with two men from Landenberg who were on their way to see Gardner for medicine for a horse. Dillon had just come from Philadelphia, and the Landenberg men, it is said, took him to ride with them. One or both stood near at the time of the fight. After the scrimmage was over and Dillon was left on the ground more dead than alive, his friends conveyed him home while Gardner and his companion packed up their tent and departed. It is said that Gardner was seen in Coatesville on the following day. He is a large, heavy man with flushed face and sandy mustache. For about 2 months, he had been conducting the gypsy camp in the woods not far from Tufkenham. He's about 55 years old. Dillon leaves a wife and 7 children. His habits are said to have been somewhat irregular, and his family is left in a destitute condition. So, very, very interesting story. And basically, I thought after that, let's build this tree